What's going on, folks? We are back. We are back.
The hardest playlist of various topics for a DMV podcast.
Mm-hmm. It's been so long. I mean, how many weeks has it been since we made an episode? 2?
It's been a little bit.
3?
Yeah, we've been pretty busy.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty busy.
A lot has happened. I was going to make a joke and say that, good thing nothing has gone on in the world, in our worlds, in the news, any of it. But a lot has transpired in the days that we've been silent here. Nothing dramatic. I don't know why I'm building it up to be like this big explosive thing, but it really not. It's just there's been a lot in the news. There's been a lot with you. Before we get into any of it, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts to our dear listeners, viewers, for continuing to embolden this program on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get it. We're still working on trying to fix the Spotify feed. It's kind of out of order, and I think one of the episodes is still not uploaded properly, but we'll get right on that. In the meantime, continue to enjoy this on YouTube. This may or may not be the last recording of the year of our Lord 2024, but you won't know if we upload again unless you subscribe and hit that notification button.
That is true. That is true. I've never heard anything more true all day until you said that right there.
So why not just do that and, cover your bases? Because you're going to want to see what our real final episode will be if it's not this one.
Exactly.
And nothing to really report. I guess I do have one thing coming up, and that would be what is New Year's Eve? That's December 30th. Actually, it's a Monday, right? Monday, December 30th. We're doing an open mic at Fat Pete's Barbecue, so come to that. I'm looking for any trace of a flyer for that, and I don't have one, so just take my word for it. Monday, December 30th. Come to Fat Pete's Barbecue. Anything for you going on?
I know Chris Pierce is having like a funniest comedian contest. I think he's having it 2 different days at 2 different locations.
Okay.
I believe it's January 19th is at Dream Big. So I'll be there for that.
Here we go.
It's a Sunday. Yeah, so if you want to see me, you can see me there along with other hilarious comedians, and we're all competing for the spot, be the top, the very best.
Okay. I'm going to have to make an appearance. I'm going to have to go out and show out and support. That's awesome.
Sometimes y'all, saying pop out, show them what's up,
Yes, we want to rig the system, make sure you win.
Yeah.
I'm going to rig the election. So you had a birthday, right? How was that? Are you 40? I'm going to go to the low end. 42 now?
I'm 58.
58, wow. See?
Yeah, I just look this young due to a healthy lifestyle. A lot of, exercise 5 days a week, eat lots of plants, and
right.
You'll look like me at my age now,
And how was it? What'd you get up to? Anything fun? Anything worth reporting?
Afterwards, I had dinner with the fam. Yeah.
So you didn't go in and tell your boss, hey, look, I'm turning 58 today. It's a big milestone. This is something a lot of people would consider very special, right? I might want to take this day for myself and for my loved ones to surround me and hold me because, tomorrow isn't promised at this age. You didn't say that to your manager or anybody?
I didn't think about it. I just worked. I was like, if I ask off, then they're just going to move my days off around. And I like my days off.
Right.
So, so I just kept it as is. But I ain't had no problem with it. I don't really do much for my birthday, like myself, If it was up to me to do something about it, I probably wouldn't do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I'm the same, and I'm a young man, and it's the same for me. I'm a young 52-ish. I still get mad when people say I'm 30, or they ask me if I'm like 34 or whatever. That pisses me off.
Because it's like, respect the time that you've been on this earth.
For
like,
real.
Hold up. I've endured way more than you could ever imagine.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking more of the opposite. I'm actually way younger than people say I am, and that's just as hurtful. I feel like having credit taken in the reverse sense of I'm having my youth stolen from me. But you're what? You're 28? Is that the right age? 29. I was close. So
That's
I mean,
terrible.
You're a young man. People probably ask if you're 24, which is closer to my age. So don't take that for granted. That's a gift. That's truly
2 years ago, I'd
blessing.
have been a good 22, easy. Now I'm fucking ancient.
Yeah.
I probably need a hip replacement anytime now.
Mm-hmm. But I think like you're good looking enough where if you decided to wake up tomorrow and because you're in Maryland, right?
Yeah.
So if you decided to wake up tomorrow and just take a break, take a load off, and fly to Hawaii and join a commune and go radio silent for 2 months, where your family can't get in touch with you, they don't know where you are. They might see a picture every now and then, but you're still ripped. You still look good. And then you decide to fly to New York City and kill the CEO of a healthcare organization. I think you two could almost get away with it. You two could rally.
I probably would get away with it.
A mountain of support. Mm-hmm. I think women would, throw themselves upon you over the barriers as police escort you from prison to courtroom and back.
You think that's what the guy was told? That's how they convinced him to do it? They're like, bruh, women are gonna throw themselves at you if you fucking get this guy. This is not a good guy.
I mean, that's really that's a big motivator these days with all the self-help and alpha male gurus. I think if there's just the promise of, I mean, that's why like extremists kill themselves, right? Like Islamic extremists, they with the promise of, all the virgins and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, you're fucking right. What's it, like 70 virgins or some shit?
That's all you need. That's all the motivation you need in the world.
Damn, bro.
Throw it all away. I'm just saying you could do that right now. Today, you could pick up and do that, and you would be probably in the same exact position. And I don't think they would shoot on sight. I don't. I don't
know about that.
Because I think you're more good looking than you are dangerous looking per se. I'm sure there's a danger meter in an officer's head that tells them, can I get away with killing this guy? Is he ugly enough to just kill right now, or I can write it off as a threat?
I don't know. I don't think I'd get by. I don't think I'd pass on that.
Because you have a big smile. They would get there, right? You'd be in the woods running on foot from the McDonald's that you sat at and talked to whoever, or from the Starbucks and then the McDonald's, and then they rat on you and you're running into the woods and they catch up with you and you just turn around and you give them one of those toothy smiles right there. That right there. Oh, you got me. All right, guys. And you throw your hands up.
Game's over. You got
palms facing so they know there's not a gun.
I'm it. You got me, guys.
Smile for the camera, for the body cam.
Best game of tag ever. You guys are fucking good.
Exactly, yeah. So that's what would happen, and then, you're on TV, and you have a whole You have a whole support system, a whole harem of women, just like a swarm of ladies.
I love it. And then I'm doing podcasts, and I'm doing other people's podcasts and telling them about our podcast.
You
and
say
like,
that, but it's only a matter of time before he starts doing the rounds. Before Mark Maron
we gotta get
snatches him up.
on our heads. Why did you do it?
Yeah, before he's on the Joe Rogan Experience.
Oh, it's only a matter of time, which is why we got to get him first, because we're not going to pay him. So once he starts getting paid, it's game over. So we got to snatch him up now.
And he's going to have some lawyer fees to cover. So, he's looking for paid spots.
Ain't he? Ain't he just?
Yeah, this is a big undertaking for this guy. Let's take a look at where he's at. I have a segment in our document called Ouija Watch, and that's, I think, what we'll call it, just to see what he's up to.
The man accused of killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson has just pleaded not guilty in New York State court. 26-year-old Luigi Mangione is facing an 11-count indictment, including first-degree murder in the furtherance of terrorism for allegedly shooting Thompson in the back outside a Manhattan hotel.
Now, he's pleading not guilty, right? Now, it's my understanding that, when you mount a legal defense, you're doing so, with a later goal in mind, right? What do you get out of pleading not guilty for something that you're pretty much going to be convicted of? I wonder. Is it that you're setting the bar low, right? Like what's the goal in just not taking a plea deal in the beginning for something that he's going to be convicted of this?
I guess hoping it could get overturned, but it's like, if they got the evidence on him, he's not getting it overturned,
Yeah.
Like, that's it. So it's like, I don't know what.
So I guess, it's just a gamble, and they're looking for some type of technicality or flaw where they messed up, where they can throw the case out completely. And so they're setting up for this marathon, right? And they're going all in with, not guilty, right, at the start. Yeah. I'm not a lawyer. I don't pretend to know what I'm talking about when it comes to case law and things of this nature, but it does seem to me to be a long shot that not guilty is kind of, but this might be how it goes all the time. I'm not sure.
I guarantee you the mob hired him. A mobster's mom or some shit couldn't get fucking insurance, and the doctors would only do it with insurance, and they fucking had a guy kill him.
But why this guy? Why this fuckable twink? Why not like a mob guy, right?
Maybe he got money. They might have paid him. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Or maybe he is a mob guy on the low. We don't even know.
I don't think so. And I love where your head's at. I love the conspiracy theories in circulation about this kid. And I wish he was in the mob, because I want this to be a Sopranos story. I want this to be the Saints of Newark that we never got, right? I want this to be the good IRL version of something like that, but it's not, because, from what we know, this kid was fucked over by a healthcare company of some kind. He sustained an injury. I think he got a back surgery that fucked him up for life. And he's mad about the costs of American healthcare and the state of insurance companies, where they're incentivized to deny claims that are otherwise essential for people who are in terrible positions, who pay insurance companies to intervene at the moments like those when they need it most, to cover health expenses, right? So this kid is looking at all of that in a wide scope. And this is me speculating, but this is my game theory. This is my conspiracy, right? That a lot of people also have, right? I'm on board with this one, in that he's just looking at the American healthcare system from a wide scope, and he's saying, fuck it, let me send a message.
He's sick. he's disgusted with what he's looking at.
And he's like, he's
cool,
an artsy farts. Again, this is a cute little, like he could have been Spider-Man on Broadway in the next one of those, you know. Like this kid, to throw everything away for this, for a mob hit, give me a break. Like this, he comes from a rich family already. Like what does he have to prove? Like I would only accept that it's a mob hit if there's some sort of succession hierarchy that he's gaming for, right? Like if his dad is currently the head of some mob outfit somewhere, which those don't exist. I mean, let's be real. The Italian mob in America is dead. It ended in the early 2000s with Sopranos. That's when all that came down, and it started to be commercialized because it's, you know, it's just a joke now. So I don't think any of that exists. Like, so maybe in some bizarre world, his uncle or his dad is the head of the Mangione family mafia, and to prove that he's ready to take over their interests and their business, which is probably all just capital and you know, legal ways and means now. He has to kill someone. That just seems.
Hey, some people get away with it. That's what you're forgetting,
right?
You know.
No, he definitely messed up. He was cheesing at some ladies in the Starbucks, and
that's where he fucked up.
And then he went to McDonald's to do what? Yeah. I'm not sure.
If anything, this should tell you that you probably shouldn't eat fast food. That's what I got out of this.
Right? No, you know? That is, yeah. Mm-hmm. If he's going to be pissed at one thing in America, it's the state of the fast food industry. Now it's poisoning us.
I mean, that doesn't help with the whole healthcare thing. So it's like, maybe we can make better choices in multiple areas, you know?
Maybe. But he's pleading not guilty to all charges, right? He's being charged as, a terrorist. He's being charged for murder. And I think that's it. Well, I think it's those two in the state of New York, and then he's also being charged for something federally as well.
If convicted, he faces life in prison without parole. He's also facing federal charges filed last week, possibly making him eligible for the death penalty. His lawyer calls those federal charges a pile-on and promises to quote.
Right. So I mean, like, if the eventual like tunnel vision goal is to avoid getting put to death, I think not guilty is a good start. I think.
Yeah. It'll probably help to not like give in. Yeah, you got to give yourself some fighting room.
Yeah, drag it on.
Goddamn, broski. My man's wilding. He had that thing too. My man said, what the?
You haven't seen the video? You haven't seen him kill the dude?
I ain't seen it for real.
Yeah.
I just know about it. I know he like put the gun to his back or whatever. That's what I heard.
Let's watch it.
I never see it.
Let's watch it together right now.
I'm
gonna pull it up. You have to see this. This is American history in the making. It's
high key though, because being the CEO of a business, like no matter what the business, it automatically makes you like, well, no, but like at a healthcare business, like you're a big guy, you know. Even if people don't know it, like you're a big dude. You're putting money in a lot of pockets. You're doing a lot of stuff you don't need to be doing, you know, automatically. So it's like,
let's see. I want to find the video. I don't know if I can. It might be.
No.
Might already be on the dark web now. The full uncensored video. For a while, it was just floating around on Twitter and places.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can find it.
They cleaned it up a little.
Goodness gracious.
Luigi.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you fucking keep somebody in the background in the games for like fucking 40 years. That's what happens. He had enough. He's sick of y'all shit.
Come on. I feel like we have to watch it though, just because I mean you need to get a grasp of how just visceral this is, and
Oh my God.
and how targeted, how clearly personal. Like you're saying, it's a hit, but like he fires like 5 shots into this guy, right?
You gotta make sure he's fucking dead. People can survive a lot of shit, and if you're supposed to kill someone, you don't get paid unless they're dead. If they're still alive, you just gotta do what you did all over again, but they're gonna be more on edge, you know? So it's like, it's easier to just fucking, like, you don't shoot them anyway. Fuck it. Put a few in them, you know? Make sure they don't get back up. They get knocked down, make sure they don't get back up again, you know?
Oh my gosh, I have to sign in on everything. Literally, it will not let me use a goddamn thing
Yeah,
without
I
signing
hate
in.
that shit, bro. How they don't let
Everything.
you use the
Yeah.
website. I hate that shit so much.
Another
It's
time.
like,
We'll watch it next time when we do our next
the next episode.
segment on this. But we're going to be keeping tabs on this kid because I mean his life is at stake. The charges are amping up and up and up, and he's fucked. But there's a huge movement around it. I mean, what do you think? What do you think about the cause? About his decision to do this? If it's a mob hit, you probably think it's meaningless. But do you think there's a greater meaning behind it, or it's a greater significance?
We all know why he got shot, because like, it's been revealed that it was the guy that had the health problems, and the insurance didn't cover it. Because we were like, it's either him or somebody that he cares about.
Like, so to be clear, nobody knows if he had a claim denied himself, but we do know that he has ranted online about the state of the healthcare system.
You shouldn't do stuff like that when you should have scrubbed those up, cleaned those, deleted those, and went back, you know what I'm saying? Get you an IT friend, scrub it. I mean, once something's on the internet, it's on the internet, but like, it wouldn't hurt to like clean that shit up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go
Especially
through, delete. But he thought he had everything under pseudonyms and fake or alternate accounts, and that would be enough. I mean, when you kill somebody this high profile, when you kill money, like the weight of the FBI and everybody comes down. I mean, look at this. This is like,
it's like
they're doing a lot for one person. Look at this. There's a helicopter.
He did better than the black Nazi, the North Carolina mayor. He did better than him, because at least he like tried to hide this shit. Dude, he was just like, this is me.
I am, Mark Johnson or whatever, Mark Robinson.
Yeah. Meet the Robinsons.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
But
that was his fetish, right? That's different. Like, you have to tell people who you are, or else you can't nut. That's just how it works.
The same sensation.
Yeah. They need to know that you not only are you black, but you're a congressman or whatever.
Not Mike Robinson at AOL.com.
That's the dumbest scandal of the year. The dumbest scandal of the entire year. I was gonna do like a whole 2024 recapped thing, but I think we should just look ahead. We should just continue to, because we have so many things that we just haven't talked about that have gone on in the news. Mad shit.
Like 57 things happen every fucking day, which is the shit about it. And it's like, I
think this is our first time even talking about this guy, and like, he's all over the news at all hours of the day, I feel like.
Yeah, he's been up for a minute.
And I had this observation about him. I thought, like, everybody cares about him so much. Everyone's like lusting after, like, openly, like, sucking him off on every platform known to man at all times of the day. Like, the only people who are looking at him unfavorably are news outlets, and that's just because that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to be on the wrong side of history. And the way people are, I wonder if the guy who got killed was like half as hot, if it would be this one-sided. You know,
I mean,
because there's the big There's the big argument about the state of healthcare and how expensive everything is, how unreasonably people get claims denied, and then they die of cancer or avoidable circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
But if the CEO was jacked, if he was ripped, if say he was like Henry Cavill looking, right, to this guy, to this string bean, right? I wonder if people would be as sympathetic.
I don't know though, because I feel like Elon Musk isn't ugly, but like people don't like him because he's another fucking billionaire, you know?
He's ugly.
So it's like, yeah.
You haven't seen him lately. Let's take a look.
Oh shit! I know Big Daddy Bezos. I think he's just bald, which doesn't help him. I don't know. Some people they could do the bald, but
I
like,
want
I
to
don't
run
know.
that back one more time.
Goodness gracious, that's right now.
I think that's doctored. That one's fake. But these are real. This one is fake, but these are real.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So you'd think if he got capped, that would be.
It's the end. Yeah, that's it. Why does he look like that? What's going on with him?
Yeah.
Like you're a fucking billionaire.
I knew as soon as you said, but you said that you haven't seen him lately. But
stop! Oh my god, dude.
That's what.
Yeah.
Let's look at him with the shirt on. Let's see him. I mean, still. Not much to defend there. And I'm not a great looking guy myself, right? Like I'm not saying like if I got killed, people would rally behind me. If I were a billionaire, right? But I'm just saying this guy right here in this guy is not one of those. He would not draw. But then you take also the X fandom and all of the edgelords on Twitter now that would probably, stand behind him. That's a different story entirely. But the argument you were making, as I stall for time while you're frozen, the argument you were making was that he's good looking enough. But I don't think that's the case. It's so much to talk. I mean, I could go on and on and on about this guy, but he's just not. To me, he's not interesting enough. Alone, I think that much more interesting things have happened to talk about. I don't know if anyone has seen Succession on HBO. It's a great show. It's about a media mogul who's divvying up his empire to his family and how all of his children are fighting over the right to run this company, which is basically Fox. So it's about the head of Fox, or the equivalent of that. And you're back. I was getting worried.
I don't know what happened. The internet just fucking randomly went out, and I'm like, hey,
what in the heck? Are you on your phone now?
Nah, I'm on my laptop. I just start messing with the little Wi-Fi.
Right. But we're back. Anyway, Elon Musk is ugly. I think we established that. So it's a moot point. But I mean, at least this is happening halfway through, There we go. Excellent. We're back.
Chico Excelente.
I think next time you freeze, I need you to smile. I need you to anticipate it, and you need to do one of those so that I can so I can go back and forth, or just do a big expression so that we can have a discussion. So like act like you're frozen on any face you want, but it has to be big.
Just at all times.
Yeah.
Just like have like a crazy.
So that I can go back and forth between the cameras, and it looks like you're affirming what I'm saying, or that you're gasping at what I'm saying, or yeah, exactly.
Do the Home Alone.
Man. We won't take much longer. I mean, at the risk of this freezing again, but I wanted to talk about this. The actor Brian Cox from Succession Brian Cox, he's a great actor. Believe he's British. He's from the United Kingdom or some
He looks it.
form of it. You probably recognize him from X-Men. He was Stryker in the X-Men movies, the early ones.
Oh, the new ones?
No, the old ones.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Word.
There's this
All right.
Lord of the Rings movie that's out, the anime Lord of the Rings. I don't know if you've seen commercials for that, but that's his voice as on all of the previews for that. There, the McDonald's commercials recently, where he's like, ba 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 ba. That's this guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You probably don't get McDonald's commercials because you're not a human and you don't mess up every now and then. You're locked in.
Yeah.
But that's Brian. He had something to say about Kevin Spacey, and that it's time to forgive him and move on. I don't know if you remember. It's not that they're beefing, it's that everyone kind of stepped away from Kevin Spacey amid accusations that he had groped people and been just a little sleazy guy.
Oh my.
A dirtbag. Brian Cox believes that Kevin Spacey should have the opportunity to come back to work, despite writing in his 2021 memoir that Spacey was known to be somewhat predatory.
Oh my.
So, I mean, he's giving...
Spacey should have gave people more space.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Mm-hmm. And he should have, because, I mean, he was on top of the world. I don't know if you ever saw House of Cards, but that was all him. I mean, until House of Cards, Kevin Spacey was kind of just like working.
Yeah.
Kind of a joke. He was Lex Luthor in the newer Superman movies before Man of Steel. But he's he was kind of just coasting. And then House of Cards on Netflix happens, and he's the president of the United States, and they even make a presidential portrait that's in the National Portrait Gallery of this guy, a TV character.
Yeah.
And then he gets canceled because he can't keep his hands to himself because he didn't give people enough space, as you aptly pointed out.
What a shame. It could have been so simple.
Yeah, there's a documentary, I think it's on HBO right now, about how he would just walk up to people and have conversations with folks on set, and then he would just grab their balls and would grab their dick.
Hey, yo.
You know, like imagine like this big actor's talking to you and like, oh shit, like he wants to talk to me. Like we're on House of Cards, and Kevin, instead of going to craft services and having a snack or, you know, going to his dressing room, he wants to talk to me like this non-speaking role. I'm just a Secret Service guy. And he's like, hey, come to the back. Let's smoke a cigarette. And I was like, fuck yeah, Kevin. Like, I'm going to get his number. He's going to invite me to the Christmas party. And then you're talking, and he just reaches forward, and he's cupping your balls now. And you're having a conversation, and he's just looking at you and groping you. And that's how quickly it happened, according to the people in the documentary who talk about their experiences with Kevin. So
my thing is, like, you could pay people to let you do that, you know? Like, you could find people. There are people that want that.
What you're saying, to be clear, what you're saying is you could on the outset find someone and say, hey, I just want to be able to walk up to you and grab your balls at any point in time.
Yeah.
And that's a predetermined agreement, right?
There's somebody that's fine with that.
What you're not saying is you can walk up to people and do that and then pay them retroactively, and that's fine.
Well, you don't know if that's the thing.
Exactly. You're taking a big risk, right? You could be traumatizing someone, or I mean, a more cynical look at that is you're giving all your cards away. You're ceding ground to someone else who is well within their right at that point to, report you.
Indeed. Make a few unfavorable decisions,
That's why everybody
Yeah.
needs a bag boy. Somebody you can just grab their nut bag at any time and you have an understanding, you have a mutual agreement, right? They're on salary, they're getting
my
paid.
God.
It's all documented, right? You have all the receipts, like he's here so that I can grab his balls at a moment's notice.
That's his sole purpose. He has to be within arm's length at all times.
Yes. Nut to palm length all times. He's right next. He's on a leash. That's what I call my arm. Is my leash.
It's a metaphorical leash. I move. He's there.
He's right
ready.
there. He's ready because I can't.
Put my arm up, he's doing a handstand so that his fucking balls are right there.
Because I can't help myself. I can't find it within myself to have the restraint not to just grab some. And so like he came from a fucked up family and his dad never approved of him. And we heard all this with Army Hammer, the same kind of story. Rich, powerful dad who didn't give a shit about him and probably abused him. And yeah, it's probably a bad dude. But that doesn't mean that just because you're a good actor, you get to just grab people like that. That's insane.
Yeah, like just because like don't spread, you know what I'm saying? And like if somebody fucking sneeze in your face, don't fucking go sneeze in somebody else's face. Don't spread the sickness, Sometimes you gotta let shit be and deal with that shit on an interpersonal level or with the person you got the problem with.
Right.
Don't be out here fucking giving other people problems and shit, because that's not
for real. I mean, let's read some more of the Yahoo Entertainment article here. It says Spacey has faced a long list of sexual assault and battery allegations going back decades, which led to the derailing of his career in 2017 when he was dismissed from a starring role in Netflix's House of Cards. And yes, notoriously in the last season of that show, they basically killed him. They just killed him and he died unexpectedly. And then the first lady became the president because she was his vice president the season before in a weird twist. Okay. So, I mean, and it was a terrible last season of the show. It was awful because it's so rushed and they had to change so much about it. But it's one of the all-time worst finales of an acclaimed television program.
They probably should have just. I don't know. I get why they put it out, because it's like, well, we already recorded all this and we've used all this money.
They kept making nods to that he was a bad person and that he was groping people in the show. From what I remember, like they were alluding to, what's actually happening to this guy in real life.
Yeah.
In the plot of the show, which was also corny and bad. But yeah, so 2017 is when it all kind of fell out, and then through the legal battles that followed came out in his favor. Though the legal battles that followed came out in his favor, pretty much all of them did. Yeah, I don't think he was actually convicted of anything that he was charged with, including Anthony Rapp's 2020 sexual assault lawsuit and Spacey's acquittal on 9 assault allegations in the 2022 trial in the UK. His career has never recovered. So, he won all of the legal battles, but he's still been canceled. I think he lives in Baltimore.
Oh, shit.
And his all of his properties have been foreclosed on, and he's just living in an apartment or a condo in Baltimore right now. So, I mean, he's truly destitute. Left with nothing. He can't even get a brand deal to save his life. And I think he would fly back and forth between here and France and do work with indie directors in Europe.
Yeah,
I think that's how.
Better keep his ass there, boy.
Yeah, I mean, he's still paying for lawyer fees to win all of the legal battles that he won. I mean, those are good lawyers, right?
Dude.
But at the same time, those are like the grim reapers.
Yeah, that motherfucker is pricey, boy.
Of lawyers. So
crime don't pay. You pay, crime don't pay.
I mean, so if you're gonna gamble with your life, if say you're handsy, right? Grandpa's a little touchy-feely. He can't keep his hands to himself. He knows this. I think you need to account for that. You need to build a savings or something substantial enough to fall back on when you inevitably have to fight
Fucking yeah.
Almost half a decade in court to defend your life and your career and your reputation. Right?
You gotta have like an emergency fund for when you start fucking around doing foul shit.
Yes. And let's see what could the potential have been for Kevin Spacey's emergency fund. Let's take a look. Because I guarantee he would have been okay.
He should have aren't you supposed to take like a third of your money or some shit? Like just like when they say when you're saving normally, put like $0.5 a week.
My heart.
Oh, hold up.
Oh my God! I just had a stroke.
Hold up. So how? What was he doing with this fucking money? Because he like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey yo.
Unless his lawyers were charging like $200,000 an hour.
That's what I'm saying.
There's no excuse.
Like, I'm fucking speechless. Like, it don't make sense. Like, bro, if I made that amount of money once, like,
he earned $32.5 million over the lifetime of one show, and that's when he got big, right? So after that, he's set for life because he's doing like countless other projects at like A-list fame.
You know what it is though? It's all the court fees and the lawyer fees, and every time you gotta go to court, you gotta pay the lawyer again. And like the fucking lawyers are just doing their thing, but they're not upset if there's another fucking court date because they're getting paid for another service, and the courts are gonna want as many court dates as they can squeeze out of him, because he's got mad money and they're getting paid for every fucking court date.
Yeah.
And they're just draining this fucking guy of his fucking money. And then the lawyers are like, well, he's a piece of shit anyway, but the lawyers are probably pieces of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like, it's all fucked. But like,
I'm kind of with Brian Cox now. I don't know what happened. I think you sold me. I think he should come back. I think he's paid the price. I mean, if he paid like tens of millions of dollars already, I mean, like, what more do you want from the man? He's a great actor. Let him grab a couple people, get a couple of stagehands, 19 years or older. These boys need to be of age, but young.
I feel like no, because like, when is it no longer grooming age? I guess you could technically always be groomed.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Again, let's keep, I'll say 18 for Kevin. Keep him 18. I'll go a year lower. I said 19 initially, but 18 is good enough.
That's not what I was talking about.
Because we just need to make sure that he's going to be okay when he returns to set, that he's not going to do anything. But we need to have them on payroll in the budget on the outset of any project he's working on. They need to be designated for him to grab at all times. And then we're good. Because like, what would it take? What would it take for you at your job now if, like, say, somebody you knew to be a prolific groper worked there, and then they finally got theirs. They finally got just like dragged out into the street and beaten and like torn up and ripped to shreds by a bunch of dogs, which is basically what happened to Kevin Spacey, by the way. It's like those videos in like Bolivia or South America where they'll take a rapist out in the street and they'll have dogs rip his dick off, and then they'll draw and quarter him, basically, right? That's what happened to Kevin, the American equivalent of that, right? And so what would you do if that person, they're bleeding out on the street, but they're like clawing their way back, and they've just been crawling in the gutter outside of your workplace for the last 3 years. They have, with the intention of going back to work, like that's commendable, right? Like he hasn't gone to the hospital, he hasn't completely repaired his wounds, he hasn't licked himself off yet, but he's dying. He's just dying to where his passion is at work, and everyone knows it. Has he had enough? Can he be welcomed back? Will it ever be the same?
I feel like, I mean, it's all about, I don't know. For me, myself, I'm a lone beat. Because if I got an enemy and somebody helps my enemy, they're now my enemy. So if somebody got beef with somebody and they do what they gotta do, I'm not helping them because they did that shit for a reason. You know, nobody's getting fucked up out here for no reason. Now, it could be based on like false pretenses, but there's an idea for a reason, you know what I'm saying, for one way or another. But that shit ain't got nothing to do with me, and I ain't got nothing to do with that.
So you're saying you wouldn't help this guy out just because you know like he's got too many enemies?
Exactly. That's how you make the enemy. The friend of my enemy is my enemy. You know, that's just how that shit is.
You don't see any utility of getting. So, like, say he was a shift manager or like a shift lead, not quite the store manager, right? Not quite like the big head honcho, but he's got pull, or he did for a time, and he knew what he was doing in his role. Like, he could have been the store manager, but for him wrecking his entire life.
Stay low, so the fall is not as hard.
So you're saying even with this guy and everything he's capable of and everything he could do for you, if you helped each other out, you still wouldn't go near him because the risk of other people associating you with him is too much.
If I know I can 100% get what I want out of it, then like I might do it, because like you gotta benefit yourself, you know. That's what life's about. You gotta
because
yourself.
That's what Brian's doing right now. Brian and Sharon Stone and Liam Neeson, who all made statements of a similar tone.
Liam Neeson had a whole thing himself anyway, though.
But that's just racist. That's not sexually related. That was just...
That's true.
Yeah.
I feel like, I don't know if like...
And it wasn't even racist. I'll say right now, give Liam Neeson a break. Like, it wasn't even... He's just old. He didn't know what he was talking... It's like Paula Deen, right? Like, she just didn't know what she was doing or talking about. She's a good lady. She's a good God-fearing woman. Like, she might have said the N-word, like, twice. Maybe. Or 20 times. Let's be real. Probably 20 times in her whole life. She's an old lady, right? So she's got to be like 60-something, right, Paula? She said the N-word 20 times. Right? That's once every... Let's look at it. I mean, truly, let's get down to this. She was born in 1947. What the fuck? She's 77 years old? Holy shit. This is not what she looks like, by the way. These are all old pictures. Yeah, this is what she looks like now. She's super skinny. I believe that.
Holy fuck.
I believe she's 77 there. Yeah.
Holy fuck. That's an old bitch. Goodness gracious.
So she said it probably 40 times in 77 years. But always in private, always, you know.
You can't tell me she hasn't said that shit at least, like, I'd say give her like 12 times a year, and that's being generous. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's being extremely generous, you know? Like.
But she says it differently. She says, she doesn't just say it the way you're expecting. She says it like RAS, you know. You know that's actually a word. Unrelated word. Oh, really?
But it means the same thing.
Oh, good.
So, like,
well, at least we know she's using it correctly in these 77 years. And she did say it at birth. That's guaranteed. I mean, where she comes from.
That's what you got to. It's part of once you pop out, they give you a gun and they're like, read this.
So we're so far off track now, but same with Liam Neeson. He didn't even use a racial slur. He just said his friend got R-worded and he felt so mad. And when he found out that the R-wordist was black, he just went hunting in the street for the first black guy he saw, and he was going to beat the shit out of him. And he was probably in an area where there aren't many black people, and so chances are he would find the person. It's not that far of a reach. You're looking at me. I hope you're frozen the way you're looking
You're
at me.
reaching, boy. You in stretch. You stretching before a race, boy. You about to do the
I
sit and
know.
reach.
I'm
Boy,
squirming.
somebody get this man.
I'm half
He
squirming because this
reaching,
jacket is uncomfortable. Like the sleeves are too tight.
slacking. My man's just bulking up, getting them gains. The muscles is popping.
That's right. That's right.
Ooh.
Ooh. But yeah, no, it's still pretty bad, but it's not nearly as bad as what Kevin has done. I mean, Kevin, like, for real, just like touched people like shit. And like, okay, like he won in court, so fucking what? That just means he didn't have to pay anybody, you know? He still did that shit. He still, you know?
He should have fucking paid people. I feel like for the most part, if you're fucking like near someone's genitalia, you probably they should benefit off you financially in one way or another, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I feel about it. Maybe a dinner, I don't fucking know, you know? I mean, not all the time, but most of the time. Yeah.
Well, anyway, people are making a case to bring him back. Like we said, Brian Cox joining Spacey's other famous friends and saying that the actor is ready to get back in the saddle again, but alleged that people are trying to stop him from doing that. But since that's what he sounds like. That's what Brian Cox sounds like.
That is how
people are trying to stop him from doing that.
That's how he found his victims, though, through like his work. So it's like, you know, maybe we should keep an eye on that.
He says there should be a case to forgive and forget. So, I mean, we'll see what happens.
I just feel like maybe you can't say it if it didn't happen to you.
I just think that when Kevin Feige accepts Kevin Spacey into the Marvel Cinematic Universe with open arms, we will have forgiven and forgotten at that point.
I don't think that's gonna happen, bruh. I don't think that's.
I think that'll be the twist that they need to make those movies good again. Is when he's like when he becomes Galactus or something, you know, or when they make him Kang instead of Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors ain't even actually do nothing. Like, he was found not guilty.
He beat the shit out of some lady. Let's be real.
He ain't touched that girl.
Yeah, see, but that's how I feel about Liam Neeson. Which, by the way, he didn't even beat anybody up. He just opened his mouth and admitted to wanting to, which is even bigger. How great is that? Like, he was vulnerable. He just told us that that's how he felt and that it was wrong. Fuck. Give my man a break. Give Liam Neeson that. And Liam Neeson's fine. He's going to be the new Leslie Nielsen. He's going to be in the Naked Gun movie. He's fine.
I'm fucking done. Have you seen Atlanta?
No. Is that Donald Glover?
Yeah.
I haven't seen
it. And like, I think the 4th season, Liam Neeson had like a cameo, and he was like, and one of the characters was like, "Ain't you Liam Neeson?" And he was like, "Man, I was just saying some shit."
I've been looking for you.
Yeah.
I've been looking for you, boy. Been on a hunt for the past 20 years.
He was like, "I hate y'all now. You tried to ruin my career." I was like, "Fuck, I love it though."
That's funny.
I love it.
That's what he said in the show.
Yeah. He was like, I was just saying some shit, but he was like, "I hate y'all now. You tried to ruin my fucking career." Basically, like, not verbatim like that, but like, you know what I'm saying, in Liam Neeson voice style.
Yeah.
I hate you a lot now. You tried to ruin my career.
Yeah.
They like, what the?
That's good. That's good stuff. That's how you know he's okay, when they can joke about it in public.
I could be in the next Taken. I've got his setup skills.
No, you.
What's that, like Taken fucking 5?
Probably
4 or 5.
I think 4. Yeah.
He can't keep his family safe. That motherfucker. They keep getting snatched.
Let's look at some clips. I have some stuff here in the document. Let's just go through it all and let's see how far we can get, and then we're gonna stop it down. Let's just say right now, can we say here and now, this is not the last episode of the year.
Nope.
We will do at least one more. At least one more.
We're doing one tomorrow.
Well, I can't commit to that. Not on
We'll
air
do
at
one.
least, but I
It's
can
better.
commit to one more before the year's end because I'll be at home all week with nothing to do but make content for you all at home.
For
So
you beautiful people.
let's look at some of these things here. I have a few. I don't know what this is. It's on Instagram, so you know it's good. Oh yeah, this is going to be
Hey,
awesome. Let's take a look
yo.
here.
What?
The 17-year-old diving sensation.
That's crazy.
Just like anything, people are really quick to judge, and it's not until they see the skill that they know what's up. I first started diving, I was about 8 years old. My older sister was a competitive gymnast, and I always loved going to her gym and like flipping around. And
If you're listening, this is a man speaking. This is a guy or young boy, 17-year-old Zeke Sanchez on Good Morning America, showing off his ability to dive and do tricks on the diving board. I mean, how cool is
So,
that?
like,
And he's
this-
grossly overweight. And I say grossly in the sense of being like he's massively overweight. Excuse me. Not that he's disgusting. You're beautiful at any weight. He just happens to be incredibly fat.
So once I'm lying, and how does he look?
You like what I did? That I cover my bases when I said he looks good. He's doing his thing. He's 17, so he doesn't look too good. Can't say he looks great. In fact, he just looks. I'll say this: he looks fat.
He looks like a swell kid. He looks like a.
He
swell
looks
kid.
healthy.
Real good guy. No, he doesn't. Anyway. It's not.
But so you look at these comments is kind of where I was going with this is because they just go in. They go all the way in. Jason is saying, I don't think I've ever seen a diving board hit the water before, which it does every time you can see the residual water coming off here. I want my next relationship to be as strong as that diving board. Wow, he's fantastic. Wish I could do that. See, that's actually supportive. The springboard lights up a cigarette afterwards. That's
I'm just like, you know what? It's okay. There's things I don't need to understand, and I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. People are terrible. Hey, yo. That's why you gotta read comments, because, like, people are terrible, and you'll always have, like, somebody or a few people in there try to be nice and shit. Like, come on, guys, stop. But it's like, no, you know what we're here for. We're not here for that positive bullshit. We don't want it. I'm here to see the worst in people. That's why I'm on the fucking internet.
And you know, like, the coolest part about this is, just like, because I see someone said I saw this at SeaWorld, but he does get treats after doing the tricks properly. That's a part of his training regimen. So
it's so fucked up, but the fucked up shit is funny, and like it is. Nothing else to say about it. It's fucking funny.
It's like, but why does this have to be a miracle? Why does this have to be something that's lauded and praised? I just don't understand. Like, unless he has some like debilitating like disability, right? Unless he has like a thyroid problem or something where like he's going to end up at this weight, which he clearly doesn't, because most of the weight is built up in his upper body, and it's clearly just an eating disorder. I mean, like, this kid should not be like. This is a freak show. This would be a circus act. Like, come watch this fat as fuck kid do a flip into a pool, and people pay to see it.
He's probably like a sumo wrestler, just like mad muscular with like a lot of fat on top.
Exactly. So it's like that's so power to him. I want to see him live to be 100 at this weight, doing his thing.
He dives and flips better than me. But I'm not crazy about flipping because I'm tall, and I'm like, what if I fucking break my neck trying to do some fucking flip, bro? There's way too much of me to fucking do all that. If I was shorter, I'd be doing flips all fucking day. But it's way too much of me to be fucking doing shit like that. You know?
Right. I'm of the mind of like, there's nothing to see here. Like, imagine how many more flips he would be doing if he was regular. But by the same token, he's the only person of the, like, this is a Guinness Book of World Records situation. Like, fattest flip ever, fattest dive.
He must just dive and not swim, because swimming is actually like the best form of exercise.
Right? No, you
And
would think that. You like what is going on? He just floats. Yeah, he just floats to the edge of the pool and then
bro.
gets chairlifted out.
He dives. He
Right.
does not swim.
I want to see him climb out of the pool. That's what I want to see.
Hey, yo.
That's a feat of strength. You know, without the ladder or without the steps at the shallow end. Yeah.
I'm sure he's using the stairs.
No, I want to see. I want to see.
Try to climb out without
leverage.
Because I remember as a kid, you like put one arm on the shit and you gotta like push yourself up and put the leg up. And you gotta.
That's what I want to see.
You can't just hop out because the water's fucking.
I think with each one of these videos, we need to see him. We need to see him climb out of the pool on the edge.
God, bro.
Yes. And
I'm
that's
sure
positive reinforcement. That's because he's working to a greater goal, a better goal.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And look at this, the mermaid lady. I love her. What else do we have? So that's one. Oh man, I just have a few videos. Let's take a look at this.
Is that a Chick-fil-A?
Hey, how's it going?
So why I can't get no salt fry?
So to give you a true no salt fry, we would have to break down the whole fry thing. Like to
No, ma'am. You don't put salt on the fries.
The salt's already in the bin,
That's what I want.
And it would be in
I have high
there.
blood pressure. I don't want salt on my fries. I've never been to a Chick-fil-A.
They have different.
Never been to.
They have different ones. Like ours just doesn't.
So
do
you're
it.
refusing my services because
No, we'll get you a fry. It's just not. We don't do no salt fries at this location.
I don't.
It's a rare sighting of a black Karen, a Blairin, as it were.
A Blairin. Oh
and
my
she wants no salt on her Chick-fil-A fries. And
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Sometimes people be lying about the no salt fries, and they'll ask for like salt on the side just so they can get fresh fries. And it's like, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. Maybe you don't need no fucking fries. The bitches is
that's what she
expensive
wants.
anyway.
Yeah. No, that's what this lady wants. This lady wants the fresh fries. She's doing the trick from like 2010 that everyone knew. Like all you have to do is ask for this different kind, so they have to, fry you some fresh ones right now. But this lady isn't buying it. This kind Christian church going Chick-fil-A manager is not having it. I mean, you see like the way she came over, she's like, hey, how you doing? And then immediately out of the gate, well, so we can't do this because
Salt on the fries. I put entirely too much salt on.
And she was ready, like she knew exactly what this lady said. I'm sure this lady has been here before. Like she has a whole comment up top here. I did not ask for manager. The girl with the blonde hair and the red shirt in the video that was taking my order is the one that got the managers because she couldn't tell me why I couldn't order fries with no salt. Like, so she's already like going to bat to defend herself in the description of the post here. But like, goddamn, if like this isn't the.
She got the finger fucked up. What she got split on her goddamn ring finger, boy.
I know.
She ain't got time for it today.
Not
she ain't
at
got
all.
time for that.
But this is the single nicest manager customer encounter ever.
On the fries.
Well, I know that they are putting what is on Pathways, which is our process that we do.
I want fries with no salt.
We don't do that at this location. I'm sorry, but we do have a Kale Crunch, a Fruit Cup.
I will be calling corporate office with this video.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
What is your name?
My name's Margie.
Margie?
Yes, ma'am.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here's this lady. She's a real piece of work. Yeah.
Oh my.
So fucking funny. I mean, like, it's just the little things like that I just don't think are worth getting, irate over.
I feel like I try not to say crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially with someone else attached to what I say. But like I feel like maybe if you have certain health situations going on, quite possibly, maybe you could alter your eating habits.
Eat somewhere else, you dumb bitch. pick a different eating establishment.
Cook some fucking veggies. Eat some goddamn veggies.
But you nailed it on the head when you said like she's trying to do the loophole. She's just trying to get the fresh fries. She doesn't actually care about her cholesterol. She doesn't have high cholesterol.
Exactly. You at Chick-fil-A, you're not worried about that shit, bro. Like, I bet she got extra Polynesian sauce or fucking whatever.
Oh yeah, she's got all extra sauces, everything. Yeah, she's not worried about any of that.
Can I get the extra sauce? Like, that's why I love Chick-fil-A. Boy, they give you that sauce.
Yeah, no.
Them and like Cookout.
I was just about to say Cookout. Cookout will give you like 12
They give you this
cup sauces.
My pleasure. I'm like, thank you. You gotta fight McDonald's for the sauce. You gotta go in there more.
And it's bad. The McDonald's sauce is so bad.
McDonald's gets pissed. You ask for extra sauce, they like balling up their fist. They're like, yo, this motherfucker asks for extra sauce. How dare he?
That's why they're number one, though. They cut corners like a motherfucker. They know what they're doing. But that sauce is disgusting.
Who, McDonald's?
McDonald's, it's terrible. I hate the sweet and tangy sauce, the chicken nugget sauce.
The barbecue.
It's awful.
Well, I don't get.
And the barbecue sauce is kind of bad too. It's got a weird flavor. Damn. Yeah, no, I like Burger King's barbecue sauce better than McDonald's. I like McDonald's buffalo sauce the best, and then and their ranch is okay, but their barbecue sauce and that tangy dipping they just taste weird. They have this weird chemical thing going. I can't quite pinpoint it, you know.
Yeah.
But Burger King has pretty good sauce. Barbecue sauce. All the other sauces are bad.
I've had Burger King's barbecue sauce recently.
Mm-hmm.
Burger King has nasty chicken tenders, but the nuggets are good. At least the last time that I had them.
Tenders? I didn't even know they had tenders. Yeah,
they're fucking nasty. Forget I ever said anything. It's not worth it. Fucking bullshit. They got bullshit. That's what they got.
Yeah. Well, it has to have been a while for you. I mean, goddamn.
I know.
It's the last time you had a chicken tender.
Yesterday. I mean, no, my bad. What did I say? Let me stop.
Are you cheating on your diet?
I would never. I only cheat on tests.
So are you eating meat now? No, this is.
No, I'm lying.
I'll play the breaking news song.
I'm done. I was yanking your tail, pulling your leg.
Well, let's get back on track here. Speaking of chicken tenders, this guy has a little flock of chicks he'd like to show us.
I think there's 12 of them. Jeremy is the only one who doesn't listen. Yep, that's Jeremy. Yeah, he's not really cute. Okay. No. I'm not even there. Come on, guys.
Oh.
Yes, come on. We'll get Jeremy after. Come on. Yes, good job. Come on.
This is a visual one.
Jeremy, good boy. Wait, what are you doing?
Stop me when you see what. It's kind of an I Spy thing.
Good boy. Jeremy, come on. Don't pick the ground.
I've been looking.
I'm right in front of you. Close enough. Good boy.
You're looking at the birds? Okay.
They're all bright, you know. They're cute, though. That's Jeremy. Oh, he's adorable. Don't go anywhere, buddy.
Anyway. It's like, why would you make a video?
I'm fucking
like, what a fucking.
You think it was purposeful? You think it was accidental?
I have no clue. I mean, he got me. It took me a second. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm so bad. Hey,
rally gif. Looking down. I tripped over it to get to the comments. That's pretty good. No.
That was a.
Respectfully, it looked at me first. Yeah.
I can't. I'm fucking done. I'm finished. Finished. Hey. The chicken thing was cool though. I like how he fucking could tell them apart.
Yeah.
He was like, the one that doesn't listen is Jeremy, and then that motherfucker hopped out. I saw the second one fall. It didn't get up for a second. I was worried.
I think that's just this guy's thing, is he just wears shorts and no underwear in all of his videos.
Fucking messes with the birds.
Messes with the birds.
I fucks with it.
That is so fucking funny. What else do we have here? Let's take a look. I have so much. As y'all can see, we have so much to talk about, but
is that what we should do? Should we rebrand?
I wish I could. There wouldn't be much to look at, sadly.
I'm fucking done. We've already went over you. You have stalkers. We already know you be out here slinging. He said, not to brag, but I fucked a lot of people.
I'd have to get some type of filler to my prosthesis.
Hey, I'm fucking done.
Let's look at a couple more videos and then we'll get out of here.
And I'm sad.
Hey, yo. Oh, nah.
She says she's gonna give me something to cry about. I'm just having a bad day today. Everything's fine. I'm gonna be fine. We all have sad days. It's just part of life.
Something you can always count on, though.
Is that Karen?
Yeah. So this lady's making a video. Yeah.
You think she could beat the bird if she actually fought it?
You just don't want to. It's like she's grabbing it by the neck to keep it back, but I doubt you want it to peck you.
Yeah. Nah, hell nah.
Or bite you.
Like, if she hit it back, that motherfucker will go pop, 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 go crazy. She'd lose. That motherfucker probably do a jump or some shit. Imagine, bruh. Ooh, yeah, I wouldn't fuck with that.
Or like, why make a video where you're crying and like your ostrich is chasing you though? Like, I don't get that.
It adds a new twist. It's a little bit of flair. Because people do the videos crying all the time. The time. People love it. They love seeing people cry. It makes them feel better about their life. Because they're like, at least I'm not crying. Or at least this person's crying with me. They get me.
Like, she's just showing off at this point.
Evolved from?
I don't know what's going to happen in this. I'm just... Here's another one with her.
Look, she's crying.
Let me set something straight right now.
Who else has
Karen doesn't
to cry with?
You said what?
Who else has an ostrich to cry with, you know?
Right.
Most people are just crying. She's crying with an ostrich, you know?
Yeah. I just thought this is a fascinating lane. Like, okay, let's see this lady talk to the camera, but then also simultaneously, like, keep
gotta watch for the fucking
ostrich from tearing me to shreds.
What did she do? Because it ain't fucking with her.
Yeah, it's probably a petting zoo, if I had to guess.
Is she there all the goddamn time? She don't go home?
She's got like alpacas here. I think she lives here, yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah, it's probably her like backyard petting zoo situation.
Can't pet that motherfucker and it's trying to bite her
on some
ass.
white trash shit. There's a lot of those.
Petting zoos?
Yeah, people just get their all animals to do shit with. You don't ask questions because this is America.
This is America. Don't cut you slipping now. What's wrong with him now? What the fuck? Ain't no fucking way. What's going on? What's going on?
Like, this is Joe Rogan's wet dream. You know, like all the people who talk about like ice baths and shit. Like, this is. Imagine you find a bitch that could do this with you and sucks on an ice binky. Like, hell yeah. That's crazy. You have to be a different species, right? Like, she's in... Like,
she don't even look cold, which is crazy.
Yeah,
like,
she's in like the Arctic. She's in Russia or Hungary or wherever the fuck.
I don't know. I couldn't do it, bro. I get cold way too easy. And if I'm cold, I'm not happy. And I'm gonna complain.
Ice.
Oh.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I knew it wasn't gonna work, but a part of me was like, well, what if it does,
What if
right?
it does? Yeah.
Oh, so she pops up with something new every time. Okay.
Mhm.
She's building
But
ice
what's the
sculptures.
fucking point? Is my thing. It's like, what is happening?
People are gonna fucking keep watching it because it's something different. I mean, she's a good ice sculptor, so that's what's up. But I don't know why she hopping out the water. I don't fucking know.
She's Katana here from Mortal Kombat. That's cool.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh man, that one just freaked me out. I didn't know what I was looking at. I thought it was.
I was concerned. You know, I was a man filled with a lot of concern.
Well, I think I had a lot to talk about regarding the Wicked movie, but I think I'm just gonna have to save that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's for another time. That's for next time. And then we have a lot more planned for next episode as well, in addition to that. But yeah.
Is Wicked on Disney Plus?
I don't think it's on streaming yet. I think they're still in theaters, believe it or not.
I haven't seen it yet. And you want me to be honest with you? I probably won't.
Wow.
You're
not going to support
plans.
Women?
I support women every day.
You're not a feminist?
I created feminism.
All right, folks. That's all we need to hear. That's all we need to know. Again, so much more to talk about on episode 130, but this has been 129. Thank you for watching, listening. Dream Big Venues on what day? Is it Sunday what?
On Sunday, January 19th.
January 19th.
If one of those pieces of information don't add up, just fucking puzzle that shit. You got this.
It's either January 19th or a Sunday.
Yeah.
So
like you got this. It is a Sunday. It's January.
I'm pleased to report that January 19th is a Sunday.
Hey, goddamn. Oh, looks like that's it. Looks like that's the date, people. I'll see you there. I'm gonna bring so much fire. I'm going to ruin the ozone layer even more, and I'm gonna heat up this cold weather. So you're welcome.
And for me, once again, Fat Pete's Barbecue Hot Mic, Monday, December 30th. Come see us for that. It's a free event. And any advice for people and things and stuff?
I got advice for the people. I feel like I haven't done it in so long. I don't know. Here's one. I like, in the wintertime, car trouble is like prevalent. It's always some shit when the winter comes. Like, and I feel like the car fucking companies learn to start working on shit yourselves, people. It's time to be independent. Because I feel like the car companies have some kid that runs around throwing nails in the road and shit. Because every time around this time, I get like nails in my fucking tires. And it's like, make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? But like, so I don't give them bitches my money no more. You know what I'm saying? I try to do it myself, right? I know people that like know how to do shit. It's time to learn skills, people. Skills to be independent. You know, start farms, yada yada, bing bong. Start teaching yourself shit. Learn shit. If you can't, if the world ends and society shuts down, will you make it or will you not make it?
Right.
You know
this is the time to learn a trade. Learn something that you otherwise would outsource to someone more capable or who's going to charge you for it. Yeah. Maybe this is the time to learn the letter of the law. Take a couple of law courses, because you never know when you're going to need to kill the CEO of any number of companies.
And you don't want to Google it right before you do it, because
right.
That's how you really get caught up.
You want to know how to get away with it in case you get caught. And or if you want to grope somebody, if you want to grab somebody, their ass, their vagina, it could be a heterosexual crime.
Carry paperwork around, so have people sign waivers with an agreement.
Couple law courses. I mean, that'll go a long way if you end up in situations like those, which so many people do without realizing that it's not okay to just grab somebody's nuts.
And honestly,
during a conversation.
You want me to be honest with you?
Yeah.
Until today, I didn't know that was not okay. I thought you could just do that, you know?
Yeah. You've been doing that since I've known you. I mean, it's It's kind of like you always thought it was like Avatar, like when they link tails. Yeah, they link hair.
I'm like, this makes people closer.
Yeah, let's just grab each other's balls. Be closer in this moment. And you have an unbreakable bond. It's like, I'm sure the Greeks did that at the time,
They probably did.
Greco-Roman culture.
Indeed, seems mad Greco.
All right. Be safe, everybody. Happy holidays. If we don't see you before Christmas, which is tomorrow. This is Christmas Eve as of this recording. We'll put this out probably on Christmas Day. So Merry Christmas to you. We still say Merry Christmas on this podcast. That will never change. We love you. God bless and keep you. You're lovely at any weight. Dive to your heart's content into that Christmas feast. Don't kill anybody you can't get away with killing. And I think that about covers everything. We'll see you one more time before we close out 2024. So peace out, y'all. See ya.
Peace out. Take a walk after you eat.
Take a walk. Go touch some grass. Ta-ta.
Touch some fucking grass. Ta-ta. Ta-ta for now.